I want to talk to you today about something that goes far beyond a drug. I want to talk to you about what happens when the human body loses the ability to govern itself, and about a tool that, for the first time, has the power to give it back that ability. That's Retatrutide, a biological reset, a technology that makes the body smaller and smarter. But to understand why Retatrutide matters, we first have to ask ourselves a question that very few dare to ask correctly. Why does the body store fat? The popular answer is simple. You eat too much, you don't move enough. Lack of discipline, lack of willpower. It's your fault. That answer is wrong, and it's harmful. The truth is that the body of a person with obesity is not a lazy body. It's a body that has lost the ability to manage its own energy. A body that is in a state of profound confusion, acting as if it's in permanent crisis, storing everything it can. It could be because their internal communication systems are broken. And Retatrutide goes directly to that communication system. It resets it. It repairs it from within. So what exactly is broken? It's not just one thing. It's a chain of malfunctions that feed off each other. There's the broken signaling system. The hormonal and neural pathways that should regulate hunger and energy expenditure are silenced or distorted. There's chronically elevated insulin, which acts like a key locking fat stores, preventing the body from using them for fuel. There's leptin resistance, the hormone that should tell the brain, we have enough energy now, we can stop eating. But the hypothalamus no longer hears that signal. The brain genuinely believes the body is starving. There's dopamine addiction, not a moral failing, but a biological consequence of living in an environment designed to overstimulate the reward system. Every notification, every ultra-processed meal, every cycle of instant gratification rewires the brain to seek more, always more. There's mitochondrial underperformance, the cell's energy factories, damaged by years of inflammation, producing less energy and more toxic waste. And there's hypothalamic neuroinflammation, inflammation in the brain's control center that amplifies and perpetuates all the other problems. This isn't a lack of character, it's biological engineering gone wrong. And this is where Retatrutide does something no previous treatment has managed to do simultaneously. It acts on the four major systems that govern this chaos. First, it repairs insulin signaling at the level of cell receptors. It doesn't circumvent the problem, it corrects it at its source. First, it reverses the resistance that for years has been telling the body to store fat instead of burning it. Second, it restores leptin sensitivity in the hypothalamus. It gives the brain back the ability to listen to the body. And when the brain can listen again, something extraordinary happens. It stops acting like it's in an emergency. It stops stockpiling. It stops asking for more. Third, it activates glucagon to increase basal metabolism. This isn't just about, quote, burning more calories. It's about building more mitochondria, more energy factories, and making those factories work better. It's about transforming the body's energy capacity at the cellular level. And fourth, and this is the mechanism that changes absolutely everything, Retatrutide crosses the blood-brain barrier. The blood-brain barrier is the most sophisticated filter in the human body. It protects the brain from almost everything circulating in the blood. Most drugs can't cross it. Most treatments act on the periphery, in the stomach, in the liver, in fatty tissue, but they never reach the true command center. Retatrutide does. It reaches the hippocampus, it reaches the hypothalamus, it reaches the central nervous system. And what does it find there? Inflammation, neuroinflammation, one of the most devastating and most ignored conditions in modern medicine. When the brain is inflamed, the consequences aren't limited to overeating. There's chronic fatigue, there's emotional instability, there's depression, there's a brain fog that makes everything feel like a struggle. This inflammation stems from multiple sources: chronically elevated cortisol due to stress, excess dopamine from constant overstimulation, high blood sugar levels, gut inflammation, and years of fragmented sleep. The brain is literally on fire, and Retatrutide extinguishes that fire. When neuroinflammation subsides, the brain regains its ability to regulate itself. Impulse control returns. The reward system stops compulsively seeking the next dose of gratification. The person doesn't eat less because they're depriving themselves of something. They eat less because their brain is finally functioning as it always should have. That's what Retatrutide does. It's not a diet, it's not a willpower pill, it's not a partial solution to a partial problem. It's a rewrite of the operating system at the neuronal, endocrine, mitochondrial, and metabolic levels. A systemic solution for a severely broken internal machine. We're not asking the body to work harder with broken tools. We're giving it the tools so that it can finally function. That's a biological reboot. That's Retatrutide.